Now we are going to move on to the feathers. So first of all, your sketch is ready, so we are first of all going to draw the outline of our feather. So just outline it so that we have a full-fledged feather to draw patterns in. So if while drawing you feel like you need to modify it, make sure to do that. You can use a pencil or you can directly go on with a pen. Now do the same here as well. So make sure to take your time, pause the video if you need more time. So for outlining the feathers, first draw the outer portions and then draw the stem. So now just draw the stem as well, very carefully. And just give the final touches and final joins here and there. Right now, when you are drawing the stem, make sure to leave this particular particular section, because we are going to add some other kind of pattern later. So just leave it and also draw the tiny bead. Now in this way we are going to outline the other feathers and all the other beads. So now we are just going to do the same process in all the other sections as well. So feel free to play some music in the background if you feel bored, or you can just enjoy the process in silence. So now you can literally see that your Dreamcatcher mandala is taking form and it's looking really beautiful. So step by step you can literally incorporate mandala in any thing, whether it's a dream catcher or any feather or anything like that. And then draw the stem at the end. So both of the big feathers are completed. Now we are going to move on to these smaller feathers. So again, just draw the outer portion and leave the stem. And now we are going to just complete all the beads here and then. Now while outlining the beads, make sure that you don't draw the line over the beads, because the line was just for reference. So make sure to just first outline all the beads and then draw the line, because basically the line is the string that is inside the beads. So you don't want the line to just go over the beads. Now we are just going to complete all the outlining. So these are like some small things that make the entire design, like the beads, the feathers and everything. So remember these things. But anyways, you have lifetime access to this course, so whenever you are drawing another Dreamcatcher mandala, you want to try something new, you can go through the course once again to see all the steps and everything. Now you can also use colors while drawing a Dreamcatcher mandala. Like you can add colors to these beads and feathers and everything. So now with this, our outlining of the Dreamcatcher mandala is completed. Now you can either erase all the lines, or you can erase the lines later, because we might need it a little bit for the grid. So as you can see that all the outlining and everything is done here. Now as you can see these feathers, only the outlining is complete. Now we are going to draw the basic shapes. Now the basic shapes that we are going to draw in these particular sections won't be the same as your regular mandala. So the basic shapes have to be modified according to the the feather size and shape. So for example, if you have like a pretty big amount of space, make a big basic shape, and when you are moving downwards it will slowly reduce in size. So I will just show you. So for example, I just made a basic shape. Now you don't have any grid or anything, so make sure, if you want, you can just use a pencil and then ink it later. So make one basic shape, and then the size of the basic shape would reduce significantly because the feather size is reducing. So make a smaller basic shape like this, and only two basic shapes would be enough. Now again, since feathers, just like we were sketching the feathers and we were like going with the flow, we are also going to do the same while drawing the basic shapes. Now in this section, if you can see that we can, if I draw one basic shape like this, and then draw a second one, I also have some space, and we can like draw one section of the basic shape which is like which seems like it is cut from the outer portion. So in this way we are going to draw the basic shapes and patterns in the feathers, and it won't be like exactly like a mandala, but basically incorporating mandala patterns and motifs in this particular area. Now we are going to do the same. You can choose any of the basic shapes of your choice. Now we are going to do the same, and then we are going to outline it as well. And here it's perfectly fine if for example, we made two basic shapes but we made three here. So it's perfectly fine, because that's what feather is. There is no symmetry in a feather, to be honest. So just align all your basic shapes and patterns with the shape of the feather. Like here you can see that it became too tiny, but here it is a little big, right? Now we are going to do the same here as well and do the double outlining. So make sure to take your time and use a pencil if you don't feel comfortable using a pen directly. So you are basically drawing all the patterns and everything freehand. So now as you can see that you have a really wide shape right here because of the shape of the feather. So to incorporate it, what you can do is you can just divide it horizontally like this and then draw the basic shapes, right? So basically, as I always say, go with the flow with the feathers. Now we are going to outline all of these basic shapes as well. Double outlining, it's a choice, it's an option, but I would suggest you to do that. It highlights your patterns and will definitely give a really good and neat look to your design in general. Feel free to pause or rewind the video if you need more time, and if you already have completed, feel free to move on to the next session. We are going to do the same here as well. So our goal is to maintain the symmetry as much as possible, but also go with the flow, because these are feathers anyways. So as you can see that the number of and size of basic shapes won't be exactly same, right? And that's perfectly fine, but it is as appropriate and as accurate as possible, because we want to give that, you know, free flowing feather look. And if you want to give a free flowing look to something, you have to let go of, you know, all the accuracy and all the control and everything. So now you can see that wherever we could incorporate mandala art, we did that. We made all the basic shapes and all the spaces to draw all our mandala patterns. And now this is what, now we are ready to draw all the mandala patterns and motifs and complete the design.